Yo, what's going on, guys? Variable Gamer here, and today I'm here with Friendly Ghost Talks, and we're, we're going to turn it on. So we're gonna be recording
Reddit horror stories.
Reddit horror stories and stuff. And by the way, I just wanted to tell you that I've got a lot of gains,
We are going to be
mainly
uploading them soon.
mainly on my back and my chest. But let me just show you the bicep.
I
It's
thought you
not
said
gonna look
games.
it's not gonna look big in this one because this camera is a little thin. I don't know. Even this guy looks
There
thin.
will be some more gaming videos coming up for horror games. We have downloaded Fears to Fathom. One of the episodes. We're gonna play Fears to Fathom. There's Iron Lung episode 2 coming out. We will go further into the nap because I crashed in the last video a lot. And probably some Roblox horror games are coming up soon. So stay tuned. Don't mind my squint. That's just how I am.
You did not even need to say that. Nobody really saw even noticed that.
I think they might. Anyways, you sit down.
Yeah.
Should I bring out my horror mask from up there?
What?
Should I bring up my like?
Nah, that's gay mask. That's really gay mask.
It's pink too, honestly. Anyways, let's start. Go. Okay. So Shivam has gone to fetch his brother, collect his brother, and send him to tuition because his brother went to the gym and he forgot. So he is gone for now. I'll be reading some stories myself for now. So after he comes back, we'll introduce him and brief him on all the ratings and shit. I'll edit it properly so you don't have to face the inconvenience of his bullshit. Anyways, let's start. Okay, so we found a story. It's called The Secluded Mansion with a Dark History by a username called The Weevil Master 96 r slash horror stories. Okay, and let's read. In a secluded town nestled deep within a dense forest, there stood an abandoned mansion with a chilling history. Locals whispered tales of family who once resided there. The gardens whose sudden the gardeners whose sudden disappearance left the mansion cursed. One stormy night, a group of adventurous teenagers dared each other to spend the night in the mansion. As the wind howled and the rain lashed against the windows, they entered the decrepit halls, unaware of the darkness lurking within. Strange occurrences began to unfold, whispers echoing from empty rooms, shadows dancing in the corners of their vision, and an icy chill that seeped into their bones. One by one, they vanished without a trace, leaving behind only echoes of their terrified screams. The last survivor, paralyzed with fear, stumbled upon a hidden chamber in the basement. There, amidst rotting furniture and cobweb covered relics, lay a journal belonging to the lost daughter of the gardeners. Well, gardeners. Apparently, okay, yeah, not gardeners. Oh my god, I'm such a stupid idiot. To the long lost daughter of the gardeners. Its pages revealed a horrifying truth. The family had made a pact with malevolent entity, trading their souls for wealth and power. As the survivor read on, the air grew thick and with dread, with dread and a presence manifested in the darkness. With every turn of the page, the entity drew closer, its malevolent gaze fixated on on its next victim. With trembling hands, the survivor. I need to drink some water. Give me a second. The survivor closed the journal, but it was too late. The entity had chosen its prey. The next morning, only the journal remained, its pages now blank, as if the horrors within had consumed every trace of the past. And as the sun rose, casting long shadows over the forsaken mansion, the townsfolk whispered of the cursed souls who dared to unlock its secrets, their fates sealed within its haunted halls forever. As dawn broke over the forsaken mansion. Wait, what? Okay, Forsaken Mansion casting long shadows over its crumbling facade. The townsfolk awoke to find the structure Anyways, my stupid brother came in. Anyways, quite a dumbass. Anyways, as dawn broke over the forsaken mansion, casting long shadows over its crumbling facade, the townsfolk awoke to find the structure cloaked in unnatural stillness. Whispers of the previous night's events spread through the town like wildfire, sending shivers down the spines of even the most skeptical residents. A word of danger's ill-fated expedition reached the ears of the local authorities, who dared not to venture in the cursed mansion themselves. Instead, they sent investigators to comb through the decaying remnants of the gardener's legacy, searching for any clue that might shed light on the mystery that had unfolded within those walls. But as the investigator delved deeper into the mansion's secrets, they too succumbed to the sinister forces that permeated its halls. Their search yielded nothing but further questions, as if the very essence of the mansion itself resisted being unraveled. Meanwhile, the lone survivor of that fateful night struggled to come to terms with the horrors they had witnessed. Haunted by nightmares of shadow figures and ghostly whimpers, they found solace only in the pages of the journal they had discovered in the basement. A grim reminder of the darkness that lurked just beyond the realm of the living. As the mansion remained untouched, there was a solemn reminder of the folly of those who dared to defy its cursed legacy. And though the townsfolk folly of those who dared to defy its cursed legacy, and though the townsfolk tried to bury the memory of the gardeners and their tragic fate, the whispers of the past lingered on, echoing through the dense forest like a warning to all who dare to tread too close to its haunted heart. As the days passed, a sense of unease settled over the town like a thick fog, lingering in the air long after the sun had set. Strange occurrences became commonplace. Objects moved of their own accord. Spectral figures lurked in the shadows, and the very ground seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy. One night, as the moon hung low in the sky, a blood curdling scream pierced the silence, echoing through the forest and sending chills down the spines of all who heard it. The townsfolk, gripped by fear, dared not venture outside, knowing that whatever lurked in the darkness hungered for their souls. In the abandoned mansion, the survivor of the teenagers' ill fated expedition sat huddled in a corner, clutching the journal tightly to the chest, but even the comfort of its weathered pages offered no solace against the encroaching darkness. Suddenly, the ground beneath them began to tremble, as if the very earth itself rebelled against their presence. Walls cracked, and the floors heaved, revealing hidden passageways and long forgotten chambers filled with unspeakable horrors. With a deafening roar, the mansion collapsed in on itself, swallowing the survival whole as the malevolent entity that dwelled within claimed its final victim. And as the dust settled and the forest reclaimed the land, all that remained of the cursed mansion was a gasping chasm, a gaping chasm, a gaping maw that devoured all who dared to seek its secrets. In the years followed, the town faded into obscurity, its name whispered only in hushed tones by those who dared to speak of the horrors that had befallen it. And though the mansion lay in ruins, its curse lived on, and no, lived on, a reminder of the folly of those who dared to defy the forces beyond mortal comprehension. Huh. Well, we'll read the next story for now, but I'll edit this so Shivam can come and give the rating for this. So, yeah, 3 to 1. So, what do we think about it? Bro, you need to shut up. Tell me what you think of the story. Okay, I'm gonna give it for a Reddit horror story. That's quite good. I'm going to give it a solid. 8, no, no. 9, no. That's not good enough. 8.9, yeah.
Oh.
Bro,
So
snap.
I'll give it
Bro, snap back to
a
reality.
solid 9. Okay, the narration was really good.
Hmm. Anyways, next story. So I just got a message from Shyam. He's going to be coming sometime right now. So this will be the last story I'll be doing solo for now. So this story is called Lighter Than Air by a Redditor by the name of Blood Spaghetti. By the way, I should probably mention at this point that the Reddit we're using right now is a account named r slash horror stories. Very original name. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, Lighter Than Air by Blood Spaghetti. It's pretty long also again for some reason. I don't know why Reddit uploads are so many long stories nowadays. Standing over the lifeless body of his dead wife. Well, in this that accelerated very quick. That escalated very quick. Anyways, standing over the lifeless body of his dead wife, Eric mused about how meaningless his life had been. He didn't deserve to live anymore. There was no point in living without her. He finally understood the unbearable pain she must have felt when the only child was stillborn. Holding the pistol to his temple, he closed his eyes and pulled the trigger. To his horror, a burning dull pain lingered in the left half of his skull as he floated in the darkest darkness Eric had ever experienced. The sensation wouldn't go away. It only kept getting worse as time passed. He tried screaming, but no sound came out. Trying to feel his way around yielded nothing but further terror. Trapped, hurting, and alone. Yeah, sorry for the interruption. My family has no consideration for my privacy. It is what it is. To his horror, anyways, no, I'm not here. Let me find where I was again. Trapped, hurting, and alone, he floated in the void, lighter than air, until a flashlight briefly beside him, bringing with it a dull, burning pain. Another one followed, another, and another, and another. Eric was screaming at the top of his lungs, writhing in agony as he sank deeper and deeper into the sea of aches he couldn't escape. He spent what must have felt like millennia sinking into a tunnel of explosive irritation before being deprived of any remaining shred of insanity. By the time he fell into the crimson skies, he could no longer recognize anything other than the cruel violence his exposed nerve endings had inflicted on him. With his mind shattered,
Mind shattered, he couldn't even comprehend. He was falling back first into a web of bony thorns.
falling.
Even upon impact, when dozens of splinters had penetrated what was once skin and muscle tissue, he failed to feel anything other than the deep-seated pain he was intimate with for countless lifetimes. सब कुछ अजीब हो जाता है भाई.
But the moment he comes, everything just falls to shit.
Why does this happen when I come? आजकल मैं बहुत कम पीता हूँ जिससे मुझे ज्यादा.
Yeah? What do you
तो
mean
continue
by
अभी.
what do you mean by that?
Only the sight of swarming legions of others brought him back into the malignant embrace of fear. Once the realization that he wasn't alone really sank, Eric experienced a rebirth in the arms of despair. The sight of countless others like him, all naked, pale, gaunt, trapped in a web of splintered bones, awoke him from his agonal stupor. His newfound vitality had brought nothing but suffering. The sensation of innumerable stab wounds quickly enveloped him in new kinds of anguish. He felt his face contort into the shape of a scream, just like all those others around him. The silence remained. However, his constant screaming eons ago had destroyed his vocal cords. The eerie quiet finally broke under the weight of paralyzing sirens blaring in the distance, growing louder by the moment. The claws of fear dug themselves into Eric's eyes with the appearance of the harbinger of doom above him. Its, its grotesque shadow eclipsed all else as its oppressive presence drew nearer. The airborne abomination took the shape of a winged humanoid colossus with an equine muzzle. Its stickly green hide cast the odor of death. The monstrosity unhinged its jaws above Eric's convulsing carcass as its evil eyes stared into the remaining pieces of his soul. A nauseating sound of choking blended into the sonic ocean of danger hanging in putrid air. A thunderclap.
A thunderclap pattern. Yeah, a thunderclap. A monolith of suffocating pain collapsed on top of Eric, threatening to bisect. Bro, why do you start watching reels mid-recording?
No,
Mid-recording,
turned
bro.
the phone. I was turned the phone on. That was Andrew Tate. Okay,
Bro is not addicted. Bro is not addicted. Who said that?
okay, okay. Let's continue. Let's continue.
Yeah. Uh, a monolith of suffocating pain collapsed on top of Eric, threatening to bisect him. Bisect him. That's class 11 biology for you guys. I'm sorry.
क्यों भाई क्यों भाई मैथ याद दिला रहा है मेरे को 10th की
Yeah, bisecting is also math. Math and biology. Two subjects in one word. Anyways, he was lighter than air. Crushing onto the brackish ice sheets below, his ears rung and his entire being spun around itself on an invisible axis. The pain that had plagued him for so long was finally subsiding. Bliss wrapped its hands around his broken shell, bringing joyous apathy. The smoldering cold dug into Eric's wounds ruthlessly, but he could barely feel it anymore. Whatever vestige of feeling he was left clinging to his form was quickly fading away. His soul was finally free. Finally, death has finally come to collect. It came undetected, concealed by the infantile wailing of a monstrous foetal titan. The ravenous cyclopean beast lifted Eric's cadaver from blood-stained ice by its exposed viscera, driven by an insatiable lust to consume. With his world slowly turning upside down, Eric started apathetically at the abominable thing, holding his body aloft. The cancerous serpentine tumor growing out of the thing's lower half seemed to stretch into infinity as pulled him closer to its toothless maw. Untainted, untainted by the horrors of the terminal pains, Eric closed his eyes. The light sensation of pressure building up around his skull slowly pushed him back into the void. The filthy claws of fear dug into his heart once again. When a burning, dull pain dug into the back of his skull, he was floating in the darkness, darkest darkness. He had never experienced the sensation. The sensation wouldn't go away. It only kept getting worse as time passed. He tried screaming, but no sound came out. Trying to feel his way around yielded nothing but terror. Trapped, hurting, and alone, he floated in the void, lighter than air, until a light briefly flashed beside him, bringing with it a dull, burning pain. Another one followed, another, and another, and another. Oh boy, oh boy, what do we rate that? Yeah, I don't want to give it a number of some kind. Hmm. One
Uh,
viewing Skibidi Ohio Sigma out of 10.
yes.
Yes.
तूने दाना मेरा भी-
Okay, let's find a new story. This is gonna be the last one. We
So
found
this one is by Everybody Hurts.
it's called Everybody Hurts by No Man Crane.
Yeah, everything is small,
Crane?
just like
But,
I worked on Wall Street in the early 90s, man. That's very
Make it
bad.
actually sound horrifying like me.
I worked on Wall Street in the early.
You're not supposed to whisper.
I worked on Wall Street in the early 90s. I knew the Gordon Gekko and Patrick Bateman wannabes, desperate as lords reveling in scraps of power and pathetically in need of love, the only money could buy. I knew the real sociopaths too, the original degenerates who sacrificed animals at altars, devoted to molochs or paired prostitutes to F the homeless. But there was the only one person I was truly ever scared of. That was me because he's in my fridge now. 1993. I met Harlan, the cunt god of greed. Gills on a company trip to.
Tokyo.
I met Hernan Gills on a company trip to Tokyo. We worked for the same bank. Remember Die Hard? Back then, we were all afraid the Japanese were going to conquer us with Sony TVs and robots, and I suppose corporate wanted us
Bro,
to
chill,
see
chill,
what
chill.
the
You're not.
future looked
Don't
like.
don't become a robot. Bro. You're supposed to act normal.
We mostly drank effed and snorted cocaine. I barely remember. Bro, what is this? I barely remember the city. I remember Harlan. This is comedy horror. I remember Harlan Gills asking me, "No, we wanna see something absolutely effed." He led me through an alley to the back door of what looked like a club. Banged on it twice. Some guy eyed us through a slit and then let us in. You're gonna love this shit. The place was dark and loud. The prodigy drowning out screams, moaning. You've been here before. You've been here before.
You know dude.
Moaning.
Let me, dude. That's no, that's other shit they're hearing, not what they're saying.
Every time I'm in
You've
town.
been here before. I asked.
You've been here before? I asked. Every time I'm in town, best way to blow off steam. An old woman met us. She held out two fingers. No, Harlan said. Just one. He pushed me toward her. What do you want? She asked. Fresh meat, Harlan answered for me. The woman left. What the hell? She returned with a naked middle aged cripple, eyes down, shoulders turned inward. This is fresh. Harlan grabbed my shoulder, showed me the small gas board. The old woman wheeled out a woman tray covered with weapons, surgical implements, tool. The
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 fuck?
F. What you fancy? The old woman asked. You like knife, maybe hammer? What am I supposed? Anything you effing want. That's the beauty of it, Harlan said. As long as you don't kill her, that costs extra. 2006. Cross paths with Harlan again in Chicago, on opposite sides of a negotiation. Afterwards, he took me for lunch. There was a twinkle in his eyes. Have you seen Hostel? He didn't wait for my answer. That's me, based on my initiatives. Torture. Remember Tokyo Norm? Remember what you did to that biatch? My appetite
Just
evaporated.
say bitch, bro.
Now it's internal business, international business, my business. That was so wrong, I said. He took a bite of lunch. Come on, we all got in, we
We
all
all
got it in us. Like the song effing says, everybody hurts.
our fates diverged.
2021, our fates diverged. I lost my job during the housing crisis. Harlan started his own investment company. One day, I'm watching CNN and I see him standing by the president. Harlan freaking yells. Unmistakable. Turns out he's got his fingers in everything. Politics, MMA, bare knuckle, OnlyFans,
OnlyFans,
Netflix.
Netflix.
There was even a small piece of him in a local paper about the opening
Opening
of a
of
new
Night
night
Spy.
spot. A little piece of nostalgia. He calls it
The
the
Tokyo
Tokyo
Torture
Torture Club.
Club.
Damn, it was really 5 out of 10, 4 out of 10.
I'm not gonna give it that, bro. I'm gonna. This doesn't deserve another. This deserves one.
This is a comedy horror, man.
It's not comedy or bro. It's disturb. It's trying to become comedic and then disturbing and then trying to just creep us out. It doesn't work for us because we are used to this stuff. But the fact that something like this is uploaded to Reddit
Bro,
is
the
great.
most thing, the thing I paid the most attention is MMA because I do it.
Yeah, we all do it. Anyways, this gets one wannabe sociopath with fucking a real psychopath out of 10.
You wanna be real psychopath? Effing
Wannabe
a
sociopath fucking a real psychopath
out
out
of
of
10.
10. Skip to Higher Sigma Edge Lord. Get me.
Horror video.
But
Horror scary video. Big black scary video.
what do you mean big black?
Big black scary video because we were black basically the whole
Oh, I thought you meant something else. Um. But anyways, bye guys, and we'll see you next
subscribe to
time.
Variable Gamer, and if you want to you can subscribe to him too. But mainly Variable Gamer.
Bro,
Thank
it's my fucking channel.